UGC regulation for plagiarism. So now I'm going to share very important things for you as a student. Nobody has know about the UGC penalties and how they are implemented. So in the year 2018, UGC introduced a rule for the plagiarism, academic plagiarism. And in it, they are discussing the promotion of academic integrity as well as the prevention of plagiarism in higher educational institutions. So the main motive of this rule is to create awareness regarding the conduct of research, along with the prevention of any kind of misconduct. So this rule is mainly focused on the development of a system for the detection of plagiarism and also to prevent the plagiarism by setting different criteria for punishing for the act of this plagiarism. So here the higher educational institution were established these regulations to create awareness for the right conduct of research as well as the academic activity. So as a part of that, this higher education institution is giving training and awareness program to students, researchers, and faculties for maintaining the ethics of research and publication. Now we will see what are the penalties for the students. So here the penalties will be given to students according to the decision of PDA, that is Plagiarism Disciplinary Authority. So here the punishment given to student for plagiarism for different levels of severity is shown here. As I told you that less than 10, as per the UGC rule, less than 10% is an acceptable level of the plagiarism. But from 10 to 40%, it is considered as a level 1 plagiarism, 40 to 60% level 2, and above 60% is considered as a level 3. Now we will see what are the penalties charged for level 1, level 2, and level 3. Here the student will not be given any mark or credit, and they are supposed to submit their revised script in a stipulated time. In the level 1, it is within 6 months they need to submit the revised script. In the case of level 2, the time is between 1 year and 18 months. But in the case of level 3, it is a very serious situation. Here, the registration for that course will be cancelled. Next is penalties for faculty, staff, or researcher. So here also the percentage level is almost same as that of the student. Now we will see what are the penalties charged here. In the level 1, level 2, and level 3, they were asked to withdraw the manuscript submitted for the publication, and they will not be allowed to publish any work for a minimum time period for 1 year. That is for the level 1. Level 2, it is 2 years. And in level 3, it is 3 years. In the level 2 and level 3, they will also be denied any annual increment that they have been receiving. And in both level, the supervisor, they cannot be remain as a supervisor for guiding a PG student or a research scholar for 2 years in level 2, and level 3, it is 3 years. So here also, if a person repeat the same act of plagiarization, then they will be subject to punishment of the next level from the level which the person was previously punished for. If level 3 plagiarism is repeated, then the person will be dismissed from their job. If a person has already attained any benefit or credit, then after that only they proved that they have done this plagiarism, then all the benefit or credit will be suspended for a time of period. So we came to the end of the presentation. So I'd like to conclude the whole presentation that we know this plagiarism has become a very serious matter in recent years, and many students are being accused than ever before. So as a student, you can understand the pressure of writing projects and dissertation, and also the importance of getting good marks or grades to aid you in a successful career. So such immense pressure unfortunately lead these students to taking easy way out and using others' original content. So I can say that there is only one golden key to avoid the plagiarism is whenever you use an outside source to write an research article, you should clearly document it, or you should give the clear references or citation very clearly. Whether it is a 1 sentence, 2 sentence, or in a small paragraph, you should document it clearly. Okay. And also, today we had come across few plagiarism tools also. All these tools promote honesty, originality, integrity in academic publication. So we see the comparison of all these tools, and there is no any software are available to prove that the document has been plagiarized 100%, because each tool has its own advantages and limitation. So I think the best thing is the teacher should educate the students about the plagiarism and its impacts.